Hello everyone, this is Bernice from the Nappy Mouse, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create these beautiful bookmarks that we are going to use up the scraps that we have from the project called the Vintage Mediterranean album. This will be the last video here, but I just wanted to use up the most scraps that we have here that we accumulated. And as you can see, we've used a lot of different scraps, and not only from the paper but also from the mesh that we've been using, the blings that we've been using, the flowers here. I've also made some tags, and also I've added something different, which I'll show you later on in the video where these came from. Okay, now grab your favorite drink and let's get crafting. Folks, so the supplies that we're going to be needing is of course the paper scraps. So any paper scraps that you have, these would be awesome to create the background for it and to hold all of the little scraps, but that's what you'll need. And as you can see, I've already created some already, but if you haven't, I've got the last video that I did was all about putting these scraps together and creating the clusters. Okay, we're going to be creating bookmarks with these now. And sorry, my kitty cat is coming over here, so I do apologize for that. And also what you'll need is some kind of paper clips. Mila, stop it. Here are the paper clips. I'm using the jumbo ones here, but if you have the small ones too, that'll work just as fine. Okay, and then also get yourself some of these safety pins, because these will work. These are the bulb pins that I just recently purchased from Amazon, and so I will have that link down below if any of you are interested. And also little embellishments like this. These are the flowers that I've been using throughout the series. Charms, they would be really nice and helpful. The ones that I'm going to be using are the Tim Holtz Idea-ology, that's called typed tags. Okay, and then get yourself, or well, here's another thing, the lace. If you got any lace or any kind of background like this, the mesh, that'll work just as fine. If you haven't created so already, get some kind of like 1 inch wide. Doesn't necessarily have, the length could be as long or short as you want it to, or at least the short, because you're going to be bending it over like this. But get some of this here, and then go ahead and just tear up some of your scraps and then just glue it onto this, and then I'll show you what to do next for that. Okay, and then also keep some of them plain, because you're going to need the base of this. Now this one here is, let's see, I've measured this at, oops, this is 1.5, so 1.5 by 3, so this would be 1.5 by 6. So just so you have an idea of what that is. Okay, all right, let's get started. Now the first thing that you'll need is some kind of base, and then I've got some clusters here that I've already prepared and I've done. And just a quick recap on how to do those is basically you're going to get some kind of base like this, and this one here is 1 inch by, give or take, 7.5 inches. And what I've done is I put glue on here. It could be liquid glue, and then I went ahead and I just kind of sprinkled, and I just kind of started putting it down and sprinkling how I wanted it, and then press it down. Then after that I continue doing that and build up until I got what I wanted. Okay, so that's how I did that. And I've got this one here. Now you can have even a longer piece, and then it would be like almost a tape, and then you can just cut it apart. But I'm going to save these scraps here in case I want to build up some more after the fact. Okay, so whoops, got the wrong stuff. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to add this here to the bottom. So I'm going to grab my hot glue gun, because it is going to be faster to glue it or to hold it down, and I got to get a new hot glue gun, but I'm going to try to use up as much as possible here. Perfect. Okay, and actually before I close, okay, that's that. Okay, so two things that I want to do. So before I close, I want to see where I'm going to have this. Now, this will be my front side, so I'm just going to call this my front. Okay, and then I'm going to put this here, but I'm just going to glue the just the one side, not the other side just yet, only because I want to be able to put it through the jumbo clip before I do that. So let me hold this one down. Okay. And then you may find out that some of them are upside down. It's fine, it's okay. We're gonna hide it with some of the other embellishments that we have, okay? So before I glue this part down, I'm gonna put it through the clip. Now, when you do it through the clip, it doesn't matter if it's on if this part here is on the left or the right side, because this is going to be the part that's going to clip, unless, like, for example, like I want this to be the front and I want this to make sure that this is going to clip like this, or from right to left. Okay, that's the only thing, but this is both going to be double-sided, so unless you have a preference, it's fine. Now you're going to open it up and slide it through that. Now that's going to stay, okay? And then we're going to add glue. Now I'm just going to add glue to this. You don't need to add too much glue closer to the clip because this is going to stay put. Okay, and then just press that down, and then the clip will be able to, or excuse me, the bookmark itself will be able to slide back and forth to the clip, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to come off unless it tears off. All right, so now this here, I'm going to glue this down. And the reason why I asked you to wait to glue this down afterwards is because sometimes the overhang will require that it has a little bit more space to glue it down. Had you done it flat, you're just going to have to work it, and sometimes it'll be fine, but I just felt that this was an easier way to do it. Okay, so now next thing is you'll decide which one do you want to be the front and which one do you want to be the back. So I've decided that this is going to be the front because I've got some of these things that are upside down, which I didn't notice that when I was creating. So I'm going to put this mesh. Now this mesh is from the onion bag that I got at the grocery market. Okay, so yes, use unconventional ways. You can use regular glue. Again, I'm going to use the hot glue here. Now, again, folks, and I know I say this to every video, but it's just that you can really hurt yourself. So if you're not used to hot glue, just please keep that in mind, okay? All right, so I like that. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of these flowers. And since I've got my hot glue that is still hot, I'm just going to press it down. I've got it the way I want it. I'm going to press it down like that. Okay, I like that. Oh, yes, and it was sticking perfectly, perfectly. Now, I've got this here that's open. Now I could just leave it like that and it makes it look pretty interesting. Or I could just go ahead and, I could just go ahead and add some more strips here. So since my hot glue is still wet, is it gonna stay? Is it gonna stay? No, it's kind of going all over the place. So here, let me just rip it and tear it apart. And look, I love contrasting. Oh, well, wait a minute, but this is too... I'm gonna leave it like, do it that way right there. So let's see, I can add the regular glue, or I can add, or regular glue, the liquid glue or the hot glue, whichever one I want. That actually, a nice saying would look really well with that. So let me see if I can find one. I'm gonna work on the back first before I work on the front. Oh, see, I got this big old clump of glue here, and it's from my hot glue gun. I've got to get a new one. I have so got to get a new one. That is on my bucket list right there. Okay, so for now, I'm going to leave it like this. You can add a strip right there too. That would look really, really nice. Ooh, do I have enough here? Okay, I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, so this is the back side. I could leave it plain like this. I think it looks great, or I can just add maybe another 1 or 2 flowers in the back as well. And I'm thinking, why not just add it right there? I'll add a little strip of glue, of the hot glue. Oh, come on, stick to the paper, not to me. Okay. Should I add another one? I don't know. I kind of like that. And keep in mind also, you can have it stick out, and that'll give it a lot of interest as well. It won't appear as, it will just give it some more character and interest and not appear so mathematically correct, or I guess that's for the lack of words. Sorry about that, but you know what I'm saying, not as perfect. Okay, so now the next thing I want to show you is that a few days ago I went to my library thrift store here in town, and I found this. And this, I believe, was from BoBunny. I paid $1.50, and it came with both of these. And I thought it was just die cuts. That's all I thought. It was just regular die cuts, no big deal. But they end up being stickers. So these colors really match what I've got here. So what I can do is, look at this. I can add that here, or add this as a charm. That'll look really well. Look at the colors of these two. They match greatly. So maybe I'll do that. And now the back side is sticky, so I'm going to have to put some kind of paper on the back, but I'll wait on that. What else? But remember, I wanted to have a saying here. What else could I've got this wheel. That's not going to work. And here's another one for a tag. So I'll save that. Oh, see, I've got more tags over here, but I'm not, you know, try to use as much as you can with the ones that you have from your paper kit. Okay. Oh, look, that'll look really nice too. I know it would cover everything that I've done, but what do you think? Would you think that would work well? Or will work well like this? And that can be a saying. What about the back? The back will work nicely as well too. Okay, I'm actually going to put this in the back, but I'm going to add some more glue to it, only because stickers could in time dry up and they'll come apart from the project that you've created. Okay, we can add some bling over here too. So remember the bling that I was using before? This is the one I was talking about. So I could add some kind of bling over here, or maybe some of this here. I like that. Normally I would put hot glue with that one, which I do suggest so it could dry faster, but my hot glue my gun is not doing so well. Now, if you see that it is not staying, you could either put some kind of clip. Like, I really love to use these kind of clips, and of course they have to be decorative. So I could do that and have that held down. I can also put the bling in the middle, but I'm gonna leave it like that. I kind of like it like that. And then I do not have a saying right now that I could put something there, so I'll go ahead and just wait for the future on that one. Okay, so for this one I'm going to set aside. So now the second one that I want to create is, we'll create this, but we'll create a smaller one. Okay, so this one here, just for reference, it is 1 inch, and I have this all the way. Okay, so this is 7.5 inches. So let's see how long 7.5 inches would be. Okay, well, that's going to be pretty long. So patience on that one. Now, if you have a scrap, you don't have to put it on both sides. Like, for example, you know, since I've got like a really thin strip right here and I like that, I'm just going to cut a little bit of that off. Okay, and use that, and then I can save this for another project, or even make another bookmark with that. Okay, and so let's go ahead and, nope, let's not put that upside that. And then, do I want to add something underneath it? I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this up. You really don't need much. I mean, and this is a great paper. This is the one from Waste Not Paper. This is called Paper Bag, and I still have this on my online store, so I will have that link down below, okay? So yeah, and I understand that it is a little bit big, but we can do something with that extra space right there, or just leave it at that, okay? I'm gonna glue this one down also, and I'm just gonna put it straight down the middle. I don't need to put it onto the edges, and put that pretty much on the top right there. So far, yes. If you have something like this, or you can trim this off over here if you like, or just go ahead and continue adding some more strips like that. I'm actually going to cut it off because I'm thinking it's just a little too long, or at least a little too long for my taste. You can do a tail, like you know how they do the whale tail, or the fish tail is what they call it. Okay, so now it's time for the embellishing. Now I've got some tulle here that I wanted to use, so I can put that tulle on top like this. Yes, I do like it like that. Now, keep in mind if it's easier when you're putting it in and out to not have it. Now, if I were to glue this tulle down right now and this was a little long, I can just trim it off, okay? Or I can add it this way and have the tulle hang down just a little bit, which I'm thinking is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to actually use my hot glue here. I'm going to pinch it and put it down. Okay. Let me see. And if I didn't have that little finger protector that I got from the Dollar Tree, but use a pen, a pencil, chopsticks, whatever you want down from there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this little guy. Oh my God, it almost looks like a wedding, huh? Oh, well, you know what? The hot glue did not dry up just yet, so I guess we will just leave it at that. And then I will put another one there. Before I say goodbye to this gun. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Okay. And then again, also, if you wanted to even make it more vintage, go ahead and use ink and a sponge, like a brown ink or something, if you wanted to make it look like that old rustic vintage look. Rustic. Some of them, it's not even rustic. I don't know why I keep saying that. Some of them just looks beautiful. Like, it just looks romantic as well. Oops. Here, maybe I want to just put a dab here. And so you'll see it that I'm going underneath the flower, but I'm actually gluing it to this this one that we just put in. You could have done leaves too. That would have been looking really, really nice. Now, do I need some kind of like soft bling there? I could have, but I think I'll just leave it alone for now. What do you think? The back side, let's tear it up like this. Okay. I'll tear that up at the very end. Glue that in the middle here. That doesn't seem like it's enough, and I hope I stayed in frame all this time. Now I'm going to put this at the very top, giving it just a little bit of leeway. So you see that I left it like a little bit of a border. Okay. And I'm going to add glue to this one. Just the regular art glitter glue. Okay. And I will have to let that dry. Okay, so I will set this one aside here to dry. And now I can take this off, and this is pretty much down. And then let's see. I honestly think I'm going to call this good. Let's trim this off to the side here. And yes. What do you think of that one here? And then this one here, I wanted to add some kind of charm. You can get your big shot and put an eyelet here and add some kind of the eyelet over here, and then get your bulb and add a charm to it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just put it right there and let it dangle right there. And then this is the one that I said that I wanted to put a backing on it. Okay, so let me find a paper. Oh, never mind, never mind. I got the paper here, so I'm going to just add a simple backing. And then let's take this off here first before I do it. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I didn't mean to shake the... And a tag doesn't need to be anything, but it could be just decorative. You don't even have to write anything down. This one here you'll be able to write something down here if you'd like to, and that's it'll look really, really nice. Now I gotta go ahead and cut the excess off, and also if you don't like that white showing onto the edges of this, then this is a perfect way to use either the ink with the sponge and sponge the edges, or if you have some kind of Sharpie or some kind of marker, then you would draw that onto the side there. You don't need to make it a big hole as well. You can do it small. So there I've got that, and I was talking about coloring the edges over here or inking the edges. You know what? I do like the way that these two look together. So what I can do is this. And there you have it. So now this here, there's your one right there, there's one right there, and then these are all the rest that I showed you. And there we go, folks. There you have it. Okay, so now well, you know, before I say goodbye, let's go ahead and get the book, and then we'll start putting that in the book here. Okay, so here's my album, and oh yes, she is quite a chunky one right now. So, and then we can find a space for it. Like, here's one that I've got, like a plain simple one. And so okay, this is the one that I created before, and just look how beautiful that looks. I mean, I love it. I love it. And I mean, and it can hold anything else, like even this big clump of fabric. Look how beautiful that would look. I mean, I just love it. And so I'm going to leave that there, and I could put, okay, so this one I paper clipped it to a regular paper clip, but look at this here. So let's see, I can use this side here and paper clip this tag to here, okay? And I'll do it like that, and there we go. I'll do it like that. But then when I flip her over, I've got the tag coming through this way. Sorry. You know, let's put this one down since I'm here already, and I will paper clip this too. Oh my God, beauty, beauty, beauty. Oh, and it matches, and I didn't even do that on purpose. Okay, so let's do this. So I like this one here, and I wanted to show it on the right side. So I can do this. Whoops, sorry folks. There we go. Finally. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. I love it. And it's got some of the greens here that will match this part over here. Do you see that? And then my other side will go back and forth, like just flip or just kind of stick out a little bit. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Now, where's that other one that I made? Okay, did I put that? Oh, this is the one that we made together. So let's see. There we go. Beautiful. I love it. I hope you enjoy this project as much as I did, as you can tell. Oh, look at that. Sorry. My whole heart. There we go. We're just going to use that. And we're going to clip it onto this. There. Off camera. And I've got these two here, so that could also like be, I could put the extra stuff that I've made for this project in a bag so that whoever the recipient is, they can do what they want, and it just looks like they got some kind of special treat. Okay, like so for example, I can take this here and put this here together, and then put more stuff together as well. Like if I wanted to add this here too, you know, I can go ahead and just paper clip this all together, but the paper clip is very, very decorative. Okay, I hope you like what you see, people, and thank you so much for joining me. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It will help my channel. And also the thing I'm going to do too is a flip through with this one so that you can see if this is a project that you want to create, or if you want to create certain things, not the whole project, but maybe certain things will give you ideas. I would be so happy with that, even with that. Okay. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.